What the hell? There we go. What's goody to the gods and the goddesses, and what's popping to the people? Ya ooh my a ooh da. I'm a little disoriented, but y'all see, ya ooh my peace to the queen. You know what I'm talking about. So yeah, he's doing that thing again. He's definitely gonna do that thing again. Uh, if you missed this one, you don't love life. I promise you. If you don't catch this one, you don't love life. We about to go so crazy. So. Hold on, Mama. He's doing that thing again. Should I put this here? Let's put it on the board in my story. In my story one time. Y'all ain't talking about. All right, here we go. Cause I was just plugging everybody and getting everybody in the building so we can do that one thing. Uh, just gonna be crazy though. It's gonna be crazy tonight. Um, we got quite a few things we're gonna deal with as soon as I get these doors open. As soon as I get these doors open. Uh, yeah, hold on, man. Don't get scared now. Don't get motherfucking scared now. All right, so man, we just gonna shoot something to everybody. All right, so now all three of these things going on at the same time, and I'm starting to see that y'all falling for all of it. We gotta stay informed on those type of things. This this alien trials. I've been watching the alien trials, and they're putting it's crazy they're doing this new thing now where they put shit on repeat and let it run for hours. That's new. That's how y'all know this. Like it's the new media now. Like this is the new media. Um, that Fox and all that shit y'all be watching, that shit trash. You better start watching that shit. You'll never know nothing. Y'all like that because it's easy to navigate. You just sit there and believe whatever they say, whoever your favorite is. This internet, you got to get in these waters and navigate and know who to listen to. Yeah, these YouTube streets, how you spent off listening to somebody crazy and a fanatic. But so a lot of y'all was worried about the Trump thing, and I was telling y'all that it doesn't matter. They're gonna run the same play regardless. This is a play, and I'm gonna show you why it's a play. Because when you, Yaunima, when you when you start to put it together and make sense out of it, you're gonna uh just started this low right here, mama. Uh, this low right here just not now. Don't show this mess again. No. Okay. So now, uh, you got what do we do? We said religion and war and alien interference. War, religion, and alien interference. Now, check this out, right? Like, I ain't gonna play with y'all tonight. I'm gonna put that Phil Valentine on you tonight. That's what I'm gonna do. Cause the elder ain't gonna play with you. That's what he not gonna do. The elder not gonna play with y'all. I'm gonna put the elder on y'all tonight, and then we gonna get real busy. That's how we gonna do that. I'm gonna put the elder Phil Valentine on them, let them just start spanking. And then, because y'all always think I don't know what I'm talking about. So when I put somebody up there on you, we talk about 40 years, 40, 50 years teaching that thing. So I don't want to hear no how he know or who is he. If you don't know who he is, you ain't got no business talking to me. If you don't know Reverend Phil Valentine, don't question me about nothing. Just go spend you some hours on the internet. His catalog is longer than Chain Smoke. You're gonna be there for the rest of the. Well, for some of y'all gonna be there for the rest of the all halfway into next year. But that's what you got to do. So now, but what you need to understand is this right here. So look, it's simple. You look at religion and war as separate things because they got you under the Jesus Act. It's the church job to run Jesus and that thought process down you so you think religion is a peaceful thing. This whole turn the other cheek, Dr. King mentality. Religion, our religions are established to war. You can't just come in and it's like, hey, believe in my God. No. You got to kill for that. I keep telling y'all, if you want to know what really happened in this country, you have to study war. If you don't study the wars, you're going to be lost. But tonight, I'm going to learn you. Tonight, we're going to learn you a taste or two. But really, once you frame it properly, it's real simple, common sense. Okay, this is America. America is considered a Christian nation, correct? Okay. All right. Well, if you're a Christian, let me explain to you what that means. It means that you believe that the Pope, the guy that you see on TV, was put in that position by Jesus Christ himself. If you're a Christian, that's because you agree that the Pope was put in that seat by Jesus Christ himself. And you also believe that when you're in church and they give you that dry ass wafer and grape juice, you actually believe that you are drinking the blood of Christ and eating his flesh. These are the primary two components for you to be a Christian. You have to believe these things. So now, I'm not saying whether that's good or bad, but what I am saying is in order to be a Christian, you have to believe these things. So as a Christian nation, hear this out. As a Christian nation, that means that the president of the United States, the guy who y'all think actually runs shit, that means that he believes that the Pope is the direct substitute for Jesus Christ himself. Now, if you can wrap your mind around that, then you can understand what's actually happening in Israel. See, there's things that happened, real things that actually happened, and you have to understand what they were. And it's all in the wars, because this is how it works. If I come and invade your nation and I'm banging on your people and just banging on your people and banging on your people, and you could realize that, like, I'm willing to keep banging on y'all until it's no more y'all. So then you as a leader, that's when you tap out. And you say, you send somebody to talk to us like, What do they want? What are the terms? What would it take to get them to stop trying to annihilate us? And those terms is pretty much going to give them power over you. And you're going to have to sign your people away in what's called a treaty. A treaty is just you making a deal with the people who just beat your ass in order for them to stop beating your ass. That's all a treaty is. Because if you win it, why would you want a treaty? The only person that wants a treaty is the person losing or the person manipulating. If I'm dog walking you and I'm about to take everything, why would I stop and say, let's make a deal? I'm either manipulating or I'm losing. There's no other reason. So there's a bunch of treaties that have been signed hundreds of years ago and have never been unsigned. And these are the things that we don't know about. And this is how your world is ran according to the people who got pounded on and then signed these treaties. Like, the Queen just said, it's crazy how China is now damn near a Christian nation. And I say this all the time. If we didn't catch on no other time, I can't believe that this is the one we didn't catch on to. But they did such a good job with convincing us that we lost the Vietnam War. They did such a great job at convincing you that you lost the Vietnam War. Well, let me explain something. Okay. Going into the war, you got one nation that's Buddhist. You got another nation that's Christian. After the war is over with, the guys who lost became the same religion as the guys they just beat. Why would I whoop your ass and then bow down to your religion? That's what we was fighting over. My God versus yours. This is how you understand. When you see ever since the Vietnam War, the influx of Christianity that has sprouted through China and Asian nations, then you understand this was a conquest, a merging. And then you understand that this is what they talked about in the Bible. When after the flood, and you have the scene with Noah in the tent and his son find him naked. As a result of whatever that was, it turns out that the African nation get cursed over it. See, this is a deep thing. Y'all got to understand how your mind is fixed to say that these biblical prophecies are coming true. I see y'all say it all the time on the internet. We live in the days of revelations. The Bible is right. And to me, it's so sad when y'all say that. You act like the Bible is not a business. It's a book that somebody wrote. Now, I know you think if you're a Christian, you think that's disrespectful. And in your mind, these are God's words. But if you know the history of the Bible and the history of this religion, there has never been any good people in control of it, ever. There's never been a moment where the Christian faith was good, ever. And if you want to, if you're inclined to go to Jesus route, he wasn't a Christian. And y'all don't follow Jesus. You go to work and cooperate with Rome. Rome was totally against. Jesus was against Rome. That's who was chasing his ass all over the place. But you fail to understand. You fail to understand how these two things are connected in the real way. So now you got to think about this. Put it back into the framework. We see all of these different nations go and kiss the hand of the Pope. And so then at what point do we put this thing together? You have to understand. You have to understand something. Any nation that is claiming any form of Christianity or Catholicism is under the Pope. You, in order to be a Christian or a Roman Catholic, you have to believe. Even you guys in the Baptist church, there's no difference. You believe that the Pope is the vicar of Christ, the substitute for Christ. He was put here in that space by Jesus Christ himself. That is part of your faith. Y'all be trying to disconnect now. We don't believe that. Well, then you're not a Christian. And stop being a poser. Stop pretending you're something you're not. Because if you claim a Christian, you believe the Pope is the infallible vicar of Christ. No question. So, but I brought that up to bring this up. You gotta be able to peep the play. Now watch this. This is a body blow right here. This is a heavy body blow right here. Think about this. If you've seen all of these different nations visit the Pope, and you've seen these different nations that are all different forms of Christian, there is no one in this current war right now that's not Christian in some way, shape, or form. That means that they all believe that the Pope is the infallible substitute for Jesus Christ. So how could they be at war with each other? And the Pope hasn't said anything. You mean to tell me his children are warring? And the Pope, what is his stance on this? He can't come and tell the Christians to stand down and speak the word. You have to understand what you're looking at when you see it. This is Rome doing everything. Y'all see this frail little man in the all white, and you just get all fluttery, and you don't understand that the Pope is a Roman. When you see the Vatican, that is Rome. That's the power. That's Rome. You know the guys from the Gladiator movies that used to kill anything? Those guys. And you think, well, Rome fell. Okay, check it out. If falling off is going to give me solid gold ceilings and shit, and give me my own country where nobody can go against the laws that I make, if that's what you call falling off, then I want to fall off tonight. If falling off means you get your own country where no law over supersedes yours and you get gold ceilings, if that's a fall off, and where did all the money come from? Woo! We gonna find out. I'm gonna learn you tonight. I'm gonna learn you tonight where the money came from. It's not what you think. And it's right there in your face. Now, if I got another question. All of these nations right now are warring and threatening each other. What do the aliens do while humans go to war? You know the aliens that fly over in the ships and they watch us every once in a while and never do shit, but drive really fast away, and then we show them on the news and we get scared and they never come back? Those aliens. What do they be doing when we down here? We're going to send nukes. We're going to blow you up. We're going to kill this. We're going to kill that. I don't know. It's like, it's almost like this concept y'all got of this thing called the deep state. They already overthrew the government. So now y'all trying to say that somebody's overthrowing the overthrowers? Well, that's interesting. How do you infiltrate stolen shit like it's stolen? They took it. Where are these guys coming from? This deep state thing that y'all seem to believe in. Where the fuck is the deep state coming from? Because y'all got this whole deep state thing from Donald Trump. But according to Donald Trump, it's the government that ain't shit. He said the biggest threat to the United States is the people within that's running the United States. He calling out Kamala and Biden and them and saying they've been compromised. But wait a minute, compromised by who? Y'all say the president got power. According to y'all think Donald Trump can do all kind of shit. Y'all thought Kamala Harris could have got in and did all kind of shit. Okay, so according to y'all, presidents actually have power. So who are the people more powerful or powerful enough to overthrow the president? Donald Trump keeps saying they stole the presidency from this guy. Who the fuck is they? Oh, it's the deep state. Where the fuck did the deep state come from? Because this shit got infiltrated and stolen already, recently. That's what the Titanic was all about. That was the deep state infiltrating and stealing America. So who is these new guys y'all talking about? You don't know. Because the last campaign, he ran his campaign on the deep state. Now, he mentions them every once in a while, but for the most part, he like to say Biden and Kamala Harris did it. So if Biden and Kamala Harris is the one that was fucking up the country, what was the deep state doing while they was doing that? Did the deep state just fall back like shit? They got it, we gonna watch? Or like, well, who is the deep state? Y'all don't know. You hear shit and you repeat it. There's no such thing as a fucking deep state. That's just a shadow government. The real government ain't right. have a shadow government. I just told you, if you're a Christian nation, you're controlled by Rome. What the fuck is Rome doing while America's being infiltrated by this shadow government? Rome just sitting back like, oh my God, we're getting infiltrated. Oh no. Most of the United States land is owned by the British royals. What are they doing while their government is being infiltrated by deep state? What are the people who actually own America doing while the government's being infiltrated by deep state? Are they just sitting back like, oh God, let's send Donald Trump to fix it? It doesn't make sense. You know what else doesn't make sense? That we actually believe these two things. We believe that there's $1 trillion deficit, meaning we owe $1 trillion to mostly China. And we accuse them of the whole COVID thing, and they didn't ask for their money back. Listen, bro, I'm just gonna be real with you. If you owe me some money, a lot of money, and then you go around all of our friends spreading rumors about me, you gotta get my fucking money back. China, they endured being called back-eating savages for 3 years in a row, and they didn't do shit. They didn't get their money back or nothing. Didn't go to war or nothing. We believe the weirdest shit ever. Like, but I went on a tangent with the China thing, and that ain't even what I want to talk about. But look though, you're gonna have $1 trillion deficit and send billions somewhere else and go to war. Who's paying for the war and where'd the money come from? If you're in debt trillions, where are these billions fucking coming from that you're sending to aid and fund the Ukraine and Israel or whatever the fuck where's the money coming from? And when the fuck does China step in and say, hey, look, not for nothing, I understand. You know, all hell the Pope and all that shit. Yeah, we got converted too. But I'm just wondering, at any point, is anybody gonna mention our little paper? I'm just wondering. Hey, Pope, like you ain't gonna do nothing, huh? We owe trillions. We fell for this whole Christian thing, and now we just can't get our money back. They said the missiles over. I don't understand. We believe the weirdest shit. You're not gonna owe somebody trillions of dollars and they sit back and do nothing while you badmouth them and send billions to other places. But the point I'm trying to make is America, as you know it, is broke. They don't have money. You have to borrow money. So when America declares war or says they're going to participate in war, when Donald Trump get on the podium and make all of these threats, where the fuck is he getting the money from? They don't have it. We can't even get the homeless people off the street. You think that guy, where the fuck is the money coming from? Y'all would let these people... This shit is crazy. Like, you will literally sit around and watch, and I did it too. So, but let's just think about this. So I ain't gonna put on y'all. I'm gonna say we will watch. Put it to you this way: you will walk to the liquor store to get you some snacks and some drinks. On the way to the liquor store, you'll pass several homeless people. You might even give one of them a couple of dollars. Then you'll go back home to watch a game where men make millions to shoot a fucking ball through a net. And then you honestly think that if there's a hell, you're not going to burn in it. How do you accept a society that will pay a man $60 million and leave another man homeless? And say, well, he played basketball, he earned it. Nobody earns $60 million. You just don't. And I don't give a fuck how y'all feel about it. I know y'all like sports, and I just hurt somebody's feelings. That's because y'all you have no compassion and you're egotistical assholes. If I had to say keep basketball or end homelessness, I wouldn't give a fuck if I never seen a basketball again. Like, we are so superficial, and that's why they're able to get away with this. There is no Donald Trump, Kamala Harris, and all of this shit. You know why? Because this is a Christian nation. And if you are especially someone trying to run a Christian nation, how do you get sworn into the presidency? You put your freaking hand on the Bible. That's an ode to Christianity, which means soon as you put your hand on that Bible, you are in agreement that the Pope is the closest thing to Jesus on this planet. And Jesus is the Son of the living God. All that shit is trash. The Pope is a fucking baby bother, allegedly. And so are most of these fucking church people. And you ain't gotta like it, it's just the reality. You show me a church you grew up in, and the pastor, you don't know no pastor that fucked around with you don't know nothing about that, huh? Why is it even a thing that we know any pastor we know multiple pastors that have messed with underage girls, got the congregation pregnant, mess all this time? Why? How is that even possible in God's house? See, that's because the reason why y'all believe that, because y'all don't really know God. If you was really in God's house and did that, he'd stop your fucking breathing like that. God don't see y'all know a God that play these weirdo ass games. The babies just came from whatever you consider heaven to be. There will be no touching no children in God's presence. Are you fucking kidding me? You think you could actually have a house of God where children could be harmed in? That's because y'all weirdos. You think TD Jakes could really be a man of God and have a stroke in God's house? That should have told y'all if you ever believed in him right then and there, you should have stopped. God gonna let his messenger have a stroke delivering his message. And then y'all took him to the hospital and let the demons fix him. Yeah, just like y'all closed down the church during COVID. Are you fucking kidding me? I'd have been ready to go to war for that if I was a Christian. I'd have been that one Christian in the movies that strapped themselves to the door and talking about, man, y'all crazy. Anyway, here's the thing though. And then we're gonna get into this Phil Valentine. Because what you gotta understand is you need religion to control people. You need war to fund the religion. And also, this shit is about ritual sacrifice. War is ritual sacrifice. You know how many people died? Thousands, millions. And all of that blood stains the ground. And Mother Earth, Sister Earth has to endure that. If you remove religious figures and allow open free worship, y'all could have changed y'all could have changed the world. As long as it's God, let people believe however they want to believe. And leave them alone. Don't charge, no temples, no nothing. Pray where you pray at, believe what you believe. Why is it this mandatory? You have to believe this or else. And then all of these different people get to kill each other in the name of God. And y'all believe that's what God wants. Y'all believe God picked and choose only these people, and the rest of y'all can die and suffer. Y'all starting to get just as weird as the people you worried about. Now, y'all about to, for everybody to jump ship. Hold on. No, it ain't that. It ain't that. I'm about to get something really hot. I'm about to get the doctor up here. Let's hold on, Doc. Hold on, Doc. Coming in hot. The Doc coming in hot. Hold on, Doc. Let me set this thing up real quick. Jeez. All right. Share my screen. And the diggy Doc. Bow. Okay, now let me hold on. I got timestamps. I ain't come to play with y'all. I ain't come to play. Let me find this. Let me find my first timestamp, and then I'm gonna split your cassava melon. Hold on. Here we go. Okay. Let's say 2:29. All right, here we go.
Hence, in jus or just national, or what is called federal law, the way they use it in Latin, just national is how they declare federal. They give you federal law when they write to themselves. That's the way they use it. Or the exceptional ecclesiastical laws from the United States may be abolished at any time by the sovereign pontiff. You know what he said? All ecclesiastical laws or any laws prevalent in the United States may be abolished at any time by the sovereign pontiff. That means all laws. Elemental Ecclesiastical Law, Volume 1, 53 and 54. So, could this be shown that the Pope rules the world? The Pope is the ultimate owner of the whole world. See the Treaty of 1213, Papal Bull of 1455 and 1492. Well, I'm glad that you said that, because I went and got it. Papal Bull. What was the Papal Bull called? Here's a nutshell of the Papal Bull. The Papal Bull, in their Latin terminology, is called the Interterra. Now, I got this from the brothers and sisters at the Taino. Taino brothers and sisters who are who? Puerto Anybody Puerto Ricanos say? Say it loud. Yeah. Taino and black, right? All right. Here it is up here. Taino form. 99. Check the Interterra. Interterra May 13, 1493. 1 year after who? What did he bring back to the Pope? He brought back a more James. People say, oh shit, okay. All right. Take a turn. Among other works, well pleasing to the divine majesty and cherish of our heart. This is surely ranks high.
Now that's important so that y'all understand. When Columbus came back on his voyage, he brought the first African slave to the Pope, the substitute for Christ, as a gift. And it was Pope Sextus, the bad Pope. And then the Pope said,
that in our time, especially the Catholic faith and the Christian religion exalted, and everywhere increases spread, that the other souls we cared for, and that barbarous nations be overthrown and brought to the faith itself. Our beloved son Cristobal Colombo, sailing toward the Indies, discovered certain very remote islands, and even made lands free by the authority of all who? My God. What is you? By the authority of moment.
by the I don't think y'all understand what's happening here. They just decreed the church, the very church that y'all go to, the church people. At this time, there was no other church. All these different denominations y'all talking about that came after. At this time, there's only one. That's it. Zero. No Baptist, none of that shit exists. It's the Holy Roman Church or nothing. That's what you got going on right now. And the leader of the Holy Roman Church, who is the substitute and put in place by Jesus Christ himself, has declared that anyone who does not believe that I am the substitute for Christ and that goddamn cracker and that grape juice is really his flesh and blood, anyone who does not believe that is to be reduced to servitude. Involuntary slavery is his exact words. Anyone who does not believe that I am the substitute for Jesus Christ walking on earth, and anyone who does not believe that dry ass wafer and grape juice is Jesus Christ's flesh and blood, your ass can be a slave today. Declared. Y'all don't understand how sick. He was talking about the world. That wasn't for no specific state and country. That wasn't for America. That was for the world.
My God. Listen to these sick motherfuckers you're dealing with now. Today. You get granted a sign forever. What did he say? Forever. To you and your years and successes. King of Castile and Leon, all and the single aforesaid countries now. He gave them you. Right? But see, here's where it starts getting deep. Because what is sovereignty now? Let's start questioning what sovereignty is. First, let's go to Romanus Pontifex. January 8th, 1455. Before that, we bestow suitable favors and special graces on those Catholic kings and princes, athletes, and intrepid champions of the Christian faith. To what? Invade, search out, capture, vanquish, and subdue all Saracens and pagans whatsoever, and other enemies of Christ wheresoever placed, and to reduce their persons to what? Perpetual slavery, and to apply to the appropriate possessions and goods, and to convert them to their what? Now, what law reverses that? This is what I was questioning myself as a Mormon. I have not yet seen the law that told the Pope to fuck off. Because the Pope put this in place to fuck over the laws. What do you think these are? Oh, it's going to get deeper. It's going to get deeper. Because the information came from a fucking racist. Not a racist more than we say black folks.
Soon as we heard that shit, we supposed to got on whatever motherfucking boats we had globally and got busy. Fuck the guns they had, devise a strategy, get busy. Instead, we went into survival mode and start only worrying about our own. And this is the beginning of what led to where we currently are right here. But it's a reason for that. Because at this point in human history, you're not dealing with anything but contaminated bloodlines. The original bloodlines that was here before the invasion are no longer here. And we're going to get to the invasion momentarily, my friend. We have a lot of ground to cover, I promise you, amigo.
Which we know is bullshit. Because they have not yet repeated or created or recreated anything they say they did. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the Indian terror that was actually put together by and instituted by this man. And we'll show you who he was on television with a whole new jaundiced eye. Because when I review the play.
Okay, hold on. Before we get ahead of ourselves. Okay, I already dealt with two of them. Now I got another spot I want to go to real quick. Oh, wait a minute. I'm gonna say that for the end. I had something that was gonna bring all of this together in a short little video that y'all just gonna trip y'all out. But let's let the doc cook for a second. So, I gotta find this other timestamp. Give me 1 second here. It's the diggy doc, y'all. Doc, don't be like that, doc.
Basic training for all the Jesuits. One of the Jesuit maxims is black is white and white is black. Kevin Costner said this to his people in the movie what? JFK. He said,
Now I gotta break that down. That black is white and white is black. What's in the Jesuit law is if the person, basically the person above you is pretty much your God. So like if the people up top say the sky is black and you see a blue sky, you gotta believe the sky is black. Black is white and white is black. That's what that means. That's literally in their literature. That's a crazy thing within itself just to tell me as a fucking adult. If I say the sky is black, believe it. Okay. The shit people will go for, I guess, whatever.
hey, people, we've got to start thinking like the CIA. Black is white and white is black. And this was a dead giveaway as to who was responsible for making the movie. So from 1536 on, the Pope has his agents, his provocateurs, and his protectors. And this is when the blood really began to flow. Wars upon wars after wars on top of wars since this time are all attributed to the Jesuits. in some way, shape, or fashion. Catholic nobles donated castles, huge riches, schools, and land to the Jesuit order. Everything the Jesuit owns was either given to them or they stole it. Now, the people are led to believe that the Pope is the unrecognized ruler of the planet. But this is a gross misconception. The true ruler is his boss, the Jesuit general. Ladies and gentlemen, meet the ruler of the planet.
The big dog.
His name is Count Peter Hans von Kolvenbach.
That's a hey.
His name is Count Peter von Kolvenbach.
Hey, if nothing else, that's the serious ass name. Like you can't just be no regular dude. Count Peter van Kolvenbach? That sounds like Dracula's nephew or some shit. And it probably is.
Yeah. In his book, The Vatican Assassins. Now take down the names of the books I'm going to be telling you. Vatican Assassins. Eric John Phelps has given documented cross-reference proof that the overseer of the world affairs, the true ruler of the planet, is Count von Kolvenbach. The Jesuit general, like those before him, that is, Jean-Baptiste Janssens. Ladies and gentlemen, meet the man who put that hit on John F. Kennedy. He was the Jesuit general before von Kolvenbach. His name is Jean-Baptiste Janssens, and he was the Black Pope. And that's what they call the true ruler of the planet, the Black Pope. Ain't got nothing to do with color. He's the shadow Pope. The Jesuit general, like those before him, are in complete control of the entire intelligence community throughout the globe. Now, the reason why I'm going to tell you that, and I'm saying it that way, is because...
Oh, shit. My fault, y'all. Hit the wrong button. Hold on. I got to go back and get the doc, man. My fault, doc. My fault, doc. God damn it. God damn it. The doc. Oh, no, doc. I didn't mean it. Hold on. Fucked up the doc and everything. Hold on. Hold on, man. Damn it. Okay. Screen. Share the screen. Back to the doc. My fault, y'all.
Are all made up of that way is because of control of the entire intelligence community throughout the globe. Now, the reason why I'm going to tell you that, and I'm saying it that way, is because the intelligence community and the people who comprise it are all made up of the Knights of Malta, the Knights Templar, and all of them are Catholics. The creator of the CIA was a Catholic and a Knights Templar. The CIA, the FBI, the Mossad, the KGB, the German secret intelligence called the BND, the British SIS, all of them, every bureaucratic agency in this nation is run from the Vatican. The Social Security system put in place by FDR through the auspices of Queen Elizabeth, who manages it, was put into place here in America with the help in 1933 of Cardinal Hayes. This number that you have, this number system is a Roman ID system. Anybody have a Social Security card on them? Take it out for a minute.
Uh-oh, get them not. Get them not.
Take it out for a second. Take a look at it. What do you see on it? No, you don't have to look at the numbers. Look at the pictures.
Pillars on the side.
Uh-huh. The pillars on the side. Those are the Roman pillars, the arches. And that is the Masonic, Joaquin and Boaz. The two pillars of Masonry, which is under the control of the Vatican.
Which is really inky.
Welcome to the New World Order. The Knights of Columbus carry out all Jesuits' orders. People like Louis Freeh, ever heard of him?
Yes.
Who was he?
CIA.
No? FBI. And he was the FBI head during the Waco massacre. He was a Knight of Columbus.
And those twin pillars is really the Inky and Enlil. Anytime you see the twin pillars, that's what that, though they call them the Masonic pillars, but that's really for the two brothers. All of this is gonna go back to the two brothers. So you can't separate the two. Y'all like to say y'all believe in this Anunnaki thing, but you keep it somewhere separate. If you believe in it, well, where does it come into play at? If you believe in the alien thing, where does it come into play at? You can't just put it to the side. Y'all want to believe in aliens, believe that they don't got nothing to do with what's going on. But that's kind of crazy then, because if you got this, they're doing this alien debriefing now. And they're telling you that, they're telling you all kind of shit. I don't know if y'all watching it, but the latest is that they got alien bases coming from underwater. Well, and behold the pale horse, William Cooper told you that in the fucking 80s. He been told you he seen aircraft flying up out of the water when he was on naval duty. So they're telling you what they choose to tell you now. But here's the question no one's asking. What? Okay, if they're saying at some point all of these people secretly had some type of contact with aliens, and we believe that these people have made contacts with other intelligences, okay. What are those other intelligences doing right now? They like what part do they play in this? Why would other intelligences be in contact with humans? And then I heard another brother, I ain't gonna say his name because I don't want to try to trash him, but I heard him say that the United States government met with the Galactic Federation. Bro, what the fuck are you talking about? Like what the fuck are you? People get overly smart and they understand that y'all don't research or meditate, so they just say anything to you. Bro, if you understand who the Galactic Federation is, they're actually the good guys. They're what the Justice League claims to be, like in the cartoons. That's what the Galactic Federation is. Why the fuck would they be having a conversation with this rotten ass, reptilian ass what conversation about what? This dude was like telling them that they've been oppressing the people and that they're gonna stop. They're gonna have to stop because they've done to get the fuck out of here, bro. What? Oh my god, bro. If somebody hijacks an entire fucking planet for 6,000 years, according to what they tell us, and makes slaves out of the whole planet, and you need the Galactic Federation to step in now and say, hey, you've been naughty. Are you fucking kidding me? The Galactic Federation Yes, there's been contact with this planet. Ain't no fucking sit down in Antarctica. The conversation goes like this. We're almost here, bitches. Ain't no there's no negotiating with this government. There's no deals to be made. There's no shit. And believe me when I tell you, the absolute last fucking thing the Galactic Federation would do is have a sit down with any form of United States government officials. Don't you know how stupid that sounds? If you're gonna say if you're gonna teach us, and this same brother is teaching that there's a such thing as a deep state shadow government. If there's a such thing as a deep state shadow government, then why the fuck would the Galactic Federation be meeting with the United States government, telling them that they're going to have to start? No. If that's the case, wouldn't they be threatening the infiltrators or having them? And if you're infiltrating a whole government, are you going to sit down with some galactic people? Like, what the fuck is a sit down? Y'all watch too much TV. These people have violated cosmic law. You can't take that back. There's no trial. The trial is over with. You have violated. It don't work like it works on this planet. There's only one consequence for the people that have done what they've done to this planet. And it ain't a fucking sit down. I can promise you that. It won't be no fucking sit down. They will be eradicated. Ain't no sit down. That doesn't even make sense. But people just say anything. You can't have a deep state shadow government, but then say that what the government has been doing, they had to sit down with world leaders, and every world leader is fucking crooked. Have a sit down with them for what? Every world leader in existence, no, not in existence, every world leader at the forefront that y'all talking about are all into the serpentine bloodline. These are all sellouts. They all sold us out. There's one good guy left, and they want to kill him. And that's the young brother Torre in Africa. He's the only good guy left. All of them are corrupt, and they're trying to kill him. And it's sad to say, it's not looking good for him because he's in a den of wolves and he's a good guy and you can't trust nobody. And I'm gonna send this vibration to him because I know he'll hear it. You can't even trust the people that are around you the most. There's somebody right next to you every single day and he can't wait to get rid of you. And they've already told him he can have your spot. There is no truce. And the Galactic Federation does not sit down with people who have violated galactic law repeatedly. You don't sit down with people who eat children. There's no sit down. These people drink human blood. These people have hijacked an entire planet, hijacked the sun, implemented the moon, drowned and flooded the place, killed the wildlife, Are you kidding me? There's no sit down. No, that won't be happening. So anyway, you still have to ask yourself, what part do these aliens really play? What part does religion really play? How does this thing all tie in? Is there really a thing or not? So you have to use common sense as much as you could try to study. Studying it's got to be a lot. It's a lot of lies in studying. So this is why you got to talk to the universe, get in tune with the universe, meditate, believe in the one God, the only God, and then answers will open up to you about this world that you live in. If you got right now in the hearings, they're admitting that they have been reverse engineering alien technology for decades. Okay. So if they're admitting that they have been reverse engineering alien technology for decades, how do you know who these UFO sightings are? How can you verify what you're seeing? They're not reverse engineering it for nothing. They're reverse engineering it to use it. For what purpose? Why would you want to reverse engineer alien crafts? And how would you get that information? It doesn't make sense. And we keep allowing things that don't make sense to we just mully right over them and get on with our day. If they're reverse engineering alien crafts, they're being taught to do so by aliens. And if you're gonna believe in an Anunnaki story, where the fuck does that fit into this alien shit? You can't have it both ways. Y'all want to only believe in certain things and then still try to figure it out. No. Are there aliens or not? If so, what are they doing? Because I can guarantee you, they're not sitting around waiting to see who the fuck's going to get elected. What are they doing while people are threatening with missiles and shit? Whose side is on who? Like, have the aliens, do they have a favorite president? Do they vote? Like, what is really going on? Do y'all even think about this shit? Hold on one second, y'all. Okay, you leaving me? You was about to leave, Papa? What's up, man? Bye. Okay. Say bye.
Bye.
All right. I'll be good. Love you.
Love you.
All right. I'm old. When you're old, you gotta remind yourself to take your pill. All right. So now, where does all of this factor in? If they're having alien hearings for hours saying that alien crafts are coming from out of the water, people are in cahoots with aliens. Okay, where are the aliens at and what are they doing? What are they waiting for? Because it was like, we had all of these years where most of this shit wasn't even going on. It seemed like it would have been a great time to bust a move. Now, you wait till, isn't it convenient that the alien shit is happening right around election time? Y'all don't find that strange? Right around election time, this alien shit happening. Right around the time they're talking about World War III, this alien shit happening. You're just not thinking. They're lying. There is no alien invasion. They're the fucking aliens. The aliens been here. You think regular people, look, they will show you. Go back into the king and queen days and look at those wars where you got a couple thousand men get on a battlefield opposing each other, start screaming, and then just agree to run into each other and mutilate each other until only one is left. They take big balls of fire and hoist them into a crowd of men and just obliterate them. And at the end of the day, there's hundreds and sometimes thousands, sometimes millions of dead, bloody bodies all over the soil. And then whoever wins prays to their God, usually Jesus, and then sticks a flag in the ground. All of those bloody bodies, the blood soaking into the soil, and you don't think the planet is alive, where does that blood go? What does that blood do to the planet? How does that blood affect the composition of the planet? And you think that's a God thing? You think that's a human thing? You think that's what humans do? I tell you what, go up to just any regular old human, just and look at their life. Most humans have never killed shit and wouldn't dare. Most humans are repulsed at the sight of real blood. If you watch it on a movie that's different, right in front of their face. I've seen people in the face of tragedy, they go fucking batshit. So there's something else making men get outside with sharp tools and just run into each other and bash each other's head in. Your deep state, your alien invasion, all that shit happened a long time ago. You're just privy to the information because this is the internet era. We get to see things now. So I'm gonna show you one or two more things before we get up out of here. This is two more. Cause I gotta show you this. I gotta show you one more clip from Dr. Valentine, and then I think it's one more clip. Let me make sure. Because we can't be cheating the doc. Did I get the 3-0? Oh no, we gotta do 3. I supposed to did 3 and 306. Hold on. This ain't 3.
Here in the flesh was correct. Whatever he said and whatever he made or gave as the true and correct thing that we had to do, that was it. It was correct. He is infallible. Therefore, his temporal power over life and death, over decisions and made, all that is real. We can do it. He can do it. Anything he wants. Well, the people said, hey, you must be out your mind. You shit, piss, do anything like we do. The Pope no longer had the ability to rule the people through the kings either, because even the kings were no longer listening to him. First king that didn't listen to him was King Henry VIII. Want to know why he is constantly given a bad rep? Because he broke away from the church. And he said, I can have 3 and 4 wives if I want.
Yeah, that's the idea.
You see?
He's still doing it.
Now, Ignatius Loyola was a member of something called the Spanish Alumbrados. You know who the Alumbrados were? The Alumbrados were the Illuminati at the time. And this man, Ignatius Loyola, with the establishment of the Jesuit order, he set out with a mandate to reclaim all that the church and the Vatican had lost during the Protestant Reformation. Now, the Council of Trent, that was consisted of a series of 25 sessions. These 25 sessions were staged to systematically condemn all of the doctrines of the Reformation. The council mandate condemns anyone who does not believe in transubstantiation. That is, that the communion host wafer that you put on your tongue is literally and actually the body of Christ, and that the consecrated wine is literally and actually his blood. Anyone who refuses to believe this is this is true is accursed. Anyone who believes that their salvation is outside the Catholic Church is accursed. Anyone who believes that the Pope is not the true representative of Christ is accursed. This was the Council of Trent. But it's the fourth session of the Council of Trent that was perhaps the most vital of all. It was in the fourth session of the Council of Trent that the Jesuits condemned freedom of speech, freedom of the press, freedom of conscience. Let me say that again. At the Council of Trent, the Jesuits condemned freedom of speech, freedom of the press, and freedom of conscience. Hey, are we getting a picture of what is truly going on now in this country? Listen carefully how we're weaving this together, because
now we have to explain. I have to explain to you the Council of Trent. The Council of Trent was one of the council meetings they had when Rome was putting together Christianity. Remember, I tell y'all about those 7 council meetings they had that formed Christianity. The Council of Trent was one of the 7 council meetings. So they are shaping world religion, thought, and belief through council meetings. This is Rome. It's telling the world how to live and what is to go moving forward. And what we're saying is no one has overthrown this. This was a decree laid down by Rome. If you're not going to follow it, you got to whoop us. You can't just be like, we just, no. This is law until somebody undoes it. It has never been undone. And these are people who are Catholics and Christians, which means they believe in this. If you control a Catholic nation like the guy on the left and a Christian nation like the guy on the right, you both serve the Pope. So whatever they say on TV is irrelevant because they both have to answer to Rome. And Rome is ran by Lucifer. According to them, not me.
now that you see where these mandates are originating, you can now know who the agents are that guise themselves as patriots and Republicans and Democrats and Americans. Because remember, anytime you are in the order, you have no nation. You serve a master. According to the Council of Trent, no man or woman has the right to believe in a higher power that is of his own thoughts. No man can publish what he wants, nor read what he wants. No man may have freedom of conscience. This is put down in the mandates of the Council of Trent. In fact, the first book burning ever took place at the behest of Constantine when he burned what? The Alexandrian Library. And was he not? Oh Lord, what time you got?
Check it out. Check it out.
Oh, you're 10 to 9. Okay. The first book burning was done by Constantine. The second book burning that is up in history was done in London at the behest of the Pope in the 1700s, and then again in Nazi Germany. Allegedly, it was the suppression by the church that spawned the reformational documents entitled the Constitution.
And now, why are they burning books? What's the purpose of the book burning? Once Greece stole all the Jewish and Egyptian doctrine and had the cornerstone on religion, then they got conquered by Rome. And Rome got all of that information. And then they realized, look what we was able to do by getting this from Greece. no one will ever be able to do to us what we just did to the Greeks. So they destroyed everything in a fake fire, and then this was after they had translated everything. Then they give you a book burning so you can. So basically, the saying is the information dies with me. So now, as far as the world is concerned, they lost all the valuable things that they were able to obtain in Egypt. Yeah, fucking right. What do you think the Vatican is? Now, last thing, then I'm gonna show y'all the tie it all in clip, and then we're gonna get up out of here. But we got one more from the doc. This gonna deal with the alien thing one time for y'all. We're gonna deal with the aliens one time for y'all, because this is the doc went heavy on this one. Ooh. The doc went heavy on this one. Wait a minute. Right after this, okay.
Or we are not allowed to look at that appear. And I begin to wonder, is there some kind of credibility?
Right.
To what's going on?
Same type of outline.
Now, this is an official Marine Corps emblem. This is an official Marine Corps. Let me say that again. That is an official Marine Corps emblem. This is from the Marine Corps Warfighting Laboratory. They have what looks like a spacecraft right here. They have an F-15 fighter. They have a landing barge, which you couldn't see here, but I don't know if I brought the actual symbol. But inside of all of that, they have who? Now, what country has the symbol of the dragon? Hold that thought for later. Hold that thought for later. All of what I'm showing you now is to get you prepared for what's getting ready to come. So pay attention to every little thing I'm saying to you, because it's all going to relate later. I want to show you another one. Again, another patch, official patch. There's the ship again. There's that helio. That I don't know. This is the offspring. The osprey they call it. This has just been crashing all over the damn place. But they still got it up here. They got the Marine looking, and they got the wolf next to him, behind him. Did you know they've been domesticating wolves and uploading the wolves with certain types of behavioral modification chips? Now, dogs are just bad enough. Wolves, with their intelligence as well, using an archetypal native
Come on with the
symbol
likes, y'all.
of power and energy to assist you or to assist the dragon. Now, the deep part about it is the dragon is a spirit in this one. Barely visible, but there anyway. And it's so interesting that it looks just like that prototype piece. But wait a minute. What is all that landing? Because what happens is they don't show you who he's looking at. What was he looking at? Let's go back to the other one. Remember, it's almost the same thing. Check.
Check.
But look, what is he looking at? Houses. Who's he attacking? Who's he going after? These are houses. It looks like a peaceful little village where people fish.
Looks like Chinese houses kind of
Look like something on the Mediterranean or right there on anybody else's.
Now notice something about the dragon. The dragon, they're not. You would think that they are fighting against the dragon, but they're not. The alien ships and the American fighter planes and the dragon are all on the same side, and they're targeting the people. That's what you're looking at. That's what you're looking at. Now, this is what I talk about all the time. What is this obsession that the planet has had with serpents and dragons ever since the first civilization that they're willing to admit? Maybe because serpents and dragons is who actually run your shit. Now, this is the last thing I got. Where'd it go? I sent this to myself way earlier though. Come on, don't be playing with the. Oh, here we go, right here. Boop. Boop. Damn it. Okay. Here you go. Wait a minute. I gotta go back, y'all. Hit this. How do I start it over though? That's the part.
Every time a new baby is born, the Federal Reserve issues a secret birth certificate printed by a company called the American Bank. That way, the government can use people as currency to back the debt they have with the World Economic Forum, which owns the central banks of every nation on Earth. But the WEF is just a front for the Council on Foreign Relations, which masterminded the 9/11 attacks as a pretext to invade Iraq, take the oil, and install fast food chains to make people slow, fat, and easily abductable by the shape-shifting reptilian aliens it works with. Now, back in the 30s, FDR made a deal with these reptilians to exchange people for technology. That was the basis of the New Deal. But ever since, they've been slowly replacing all the world leaders to create a nuclear holocaust to make global warming real for their takeover. That's how they made up the Cold War, by sending Leica to space to bite Neil Armstrong while Kubrick was faking the moon landing. Now they're using satellite waves, contrails, and measles vaccines as mind control and fluoridating the water to keep people's gold fillings intact so they can be sent back to, you guessed it, the Federal Reserve, where all the gold and birth certificates are stored by the real puppet master, the world monarch, who is himself only the servant of the all-seeing eye who controls everything in the world.
I was wrong. You do win.
Done. I win.
Cheryl, it's not a race.
That's what losers say.
The whole point is this right here. I talk about compartmentalization all the time. We hear separate things, and because we hear them separately, and because we're told that they're separate things, we aren't able to connect the dots and turn them into one thing. There's only one thing that happened on this planet, and it's been fragmented so many times for you to make it impossible for you to actually know the story. But if you start taking these pieces and putting them in logical places and really meditate, really talk to the one true God, and really, what the fuck? I don't know what happened. You can't hear me? That done knocked the sound out my. Can y'all hear me? No? Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me, Queen? Hello? I don't know why. It say my mic on. I don't know. Well, all right. Damn, that's fucked up. That's where we headed.